What's up, guys? Today we are playing Korvold Historic Brawl. This is a build that basically revolves around treasures and stacking treasures to draw cards off Korvold. If you haven't seen this commander before, very cool Jund commander, very, very powerful Jund commander. Basically, whenever you sacrifice a permanent, you put a 1/1/1 counter on Korvold and draw a card. So not only does Korvold get huge really quick, but you draw a card, and the best permanent to sacrifice is treasures. Basically, 2023 Magic the Gathering, everything makes treasures, everything ETBs makes a treasure. So sacrificing a treasure is something you can do at instant speed. So if you have 3 treasures and someone removes your commander, you can respond by sacrificing 3 treasures, making 3 mana, and drawing 3 cards, putting 3/1/1 counters on Korvold, and maybe you have a card in your hand that can protect Korvold, or you can, Deadly Dispute Korvold to draw 2 cards and make a treasure and cast them again next turn. It's just a really hard commander to deal with, and treasures are the best permanent to support the sort of game plan that Korvold is going for. So basically, the deck is a lot of things that make treasures, a lot of things that remove the opponent's stuff, and we have a couple different ways of winning. I mean, overall, just value, drawing a bunch of cards, outdrawing our opponents. We always basically have access to card draw in our command zone. We can make Korvold huge. It's really easy to put 10 +1/+1 counters on Korvold and turn and attack for 14 plus damage, and we got Goldspan Dragon to double the mana you make from treasures. So it's a really fun deck. There's no one real clear card or win con we're going for, but the whole deck kind of synergizes together to make an overwhelming amount of value that the opponent can't usually deal with. So let's get into the games. The games will explain it better than I can. There are other permanent types that you can use with Korvold. I mean, you can use any permanent type, but a lot of people use food or clues. Those are great too. The issue is that those artifacts require you to pay mana to sacrifice them, and treasures don't. So treasures, end up being the better permanent to sacrifice because you can sacrifice them without paying mana to sacrifice them. And then on top of that, the treasures give you mana. So if you sacrifice the treasures and you get mana, and then you draw a card that you can use to interact with that, whatever's happening on the stack, it's kind of a 2-for-1. I wish we had red, because this would be a good card to drop. We could use this to draw a card. Not really what we want to use it for. This hand's okay. Who are we playing against? Simone Medina? Yeah. I don't think this hand's good enough. But Languish will hit Zimone. We'll keep it. It's not the perfect hand, but we might be able to draw out of it. 2 or more lands. Let's drop the tap land first. So they got all their colors. Must be nice. Mortality Spear. Okay. I guess we'll just drop the Soul Guide Lantern. Doesn't do anything. They're not a graveyard deck per se either, but at least it's on the battlefield. We'll put a stop here. We can sack it on their end step to draw a card, which is definitely not optimal, but we might have to do it just to make sure we hit our land drops. Let's just do it. Not what I want to do, but let's just do it. Not what we need. Great card, but we don't have any red mana. Not it either. So we can play this untapped. We can pass, let them play Zamonandina and kill it. I think that's our best option here. Yep. Resolve. They have a swamp up. So that at least sets them back. Be nice if we draw a land. We do. Oh yeah, we're taking it. We gotta do this to get red. Until we get red, we're kind of out of the game. Okay, now we can start deploying our stuff. We'll see what they do. We could remove it again with the Mortality Spear. We could remove everything and draw a card. Actually, we could draw 2 cards. No, we couldn't. We couldn't do both. Prosperous Innkeeper. That would give us a treasure. I think Languish is probably the play here because we'll draw a card off Solemn. I think we Prosperous Innkeeper, get the treasure, and then Languish? Or do we want this for the life? Yeah, that doesn't really accomplish anything, huh? Mortality Spear. Let's just Languish. Let's attack first. That might change our play. And they don't block, so at least we get some damage in. Draw a card. Yep. Take it. Good card. Helps us create treasures. So we could go Prosperous Innkeeper, Gallic Leaders next turn. Or the other way around, probably. What is this? At the beginning of your upkeep, an opponent controls 3 or more creatures. Sacrifice this enchantment. Search your library for the 2 creature cards. Okay. That's not good, but we don't have any creatures right now. So they do have counter magic mana up. So why don't we just build our board? This guy is not patient. Let's go Gallic Greeters. Would you like to counter? Let's go Prosperous Innkeeper. Make 2 treasures. Would you like to counter? Would you like to remove? You want to bounce. So this is good for 2 reasons. Or you know, sacrificing our own card is good for 2 reasons. Since they cast the adventure side first, and it had no target, it went straight to the graveyard, so they don't get the backside of Brazen Borrower. We still get the treasure, and we can sack this on their turn. And we drew a red source, so we can get Goldspan Dragon cooking next turn. Do they have nothing to play? Okay. Well, I think I honestly grab more red, because we have 2 double red spells in our hand. They probably have counter magic up. And if they have counter magic up, ooh, that's a good draw. With no board. Let's do it. Let's pay green, red. We'll dash Ragavan. They can counter it if they want, which is okay with me. It gets a counter out of their hand. Or they can remove it. It gets a removal spell out of their hand. They probably should, because the value that Ragavan can add up is a lot if they let it go roam free. Death Sprout. You got it. So that taps them out. So we could play our commander and hope they don't have another removal spell. Or we could play Goldspan Dragon, which I think they might have a counter. Ooh, if they have a counter, I think it's better to play our commander. What do we do? What do we do? Let's play Goldspan. Again, if they have a counter or a removal spell, doesn't look like they have either. They have something that's, you know, taking priority on the stack. We're going to go red again because of these two cards. We have a lot of red in our hand. Oh, this comes for 2 now. Oh, then we definitely play this. It's like drawing an extra card each turn. You could play your commander again. You have exactly enough mana. Okay, well, we got to kill that. That triples their mana. They don't have reach, so we can still attack with Goldspan. So we'll do that first. Do I have a way to gain life? If I play a creature, I gain life, but then this pops. So if I play my commander, they have 1. Okay, so I gain life. This now costs 2. Sacrifice a permanent. I guess I don't really want to. I guess we could sack the treasure and draw a card, huh? Oh no, we don't get the mana off of it, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's okay. Oops. We're gonna Mortality Spear their Nyx Bloom Ancient, and we'll see if they have. Okay. This is gonna pop, but not a lot we can do about it. So what are the 2 worst creatures in your deck? Muldrotha and Shieldred. Okay. Oh, I see. They play it again because of Muldrotha. Very clever, very clever. But now you can't play your commander. No, you can because it makes bloom. So they can play out their whole hand. I don't know what this means. They have Muldrotha. They can cast a Muldrotha? I'm confused. It's definitely a good turn for them. I might have misplayed last year. Maybe I should have sacked the Prosperous Innkeeper. They still don't have any. I guess they have 2 flyers, so they don't need a reach. But they don't have a way to kill either of my flyers. Okay. We'll see what we draw. This might be the play. Sacrifice a creature. Yeah, sure. You can have Land of Well. I'll draw a card. Draw 2 cards. Okay, play Command Tower. We will seize his foils. Discard Mountain Doom. What do we do from here? I think this is the play. It doesn't have haste though. This doesn't have haste. This is going to pop again if I don't do something about it. But there's not a lot I can do about it. I think we just got to draw a board wipe, really. So... can they kill me next turn? I think so. So we'll just send the gold span to get the treasure. They're gonna take the 4, or no, they're not. They're gonna let Mole Drifter bite the dust, probably so they can cast it again with Muldrotha. We're gonna spend 2 treasures, draw 2 cards. Okay, that's a good draw. I think that hits Shieldred. Okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit Muldrotha. Do they have a counter spell? Oh, or maybe it hits Nyx Bloom. 7, 7, 6. They have a removal spell. Sublime Epiphany. Okay. That actually helps us because it means this won't pop. That's fine. But maybe we just die next turn? Yeah, this is gonna pop. I don't know what's worse. I think we have to play a creature because it's too much damage. It's too much damage. So let's play you. Because you have a good game trigger. Gain a life as well. And might as well. Might as well. We gotta survive next turn. And we gain a bunch of life off that. So this is gonna pop. We're gonna bring a creature back. Makes sense. Draw a bunch of cards. Yeah, I should have never looked at this pop in the first place. It's just too good of an effect. Maybe well, it wouldn't have mattered if I went after it with the Mortality Spear because they had the Heroic Intervention. Timeless Witness. So they're going to bring back their counter spell. They keep saying good game. I mean, they're probably right. They're probably right, but they're being a turd about it. I mean, yeah, let's just move on. There's no reason, I mean, they add River's Rebuke. There's no reason to keep playing. But they've been saying good game since like turn 3, so I don't really give them the credit of that. I think I misplayed more than they won, you know what I mean? But you can see how powerful Muldrotha is. That'd be a fun historic Brawl deck. I should do that one in the future. Alright, we're still getting warmed up. Devour Intellect versus Sithis. Land, treasure map. No. Doesn't really do it. Magda, that's good. Alright, hopefully we get there with the lands. It's 2 tap lands. This is good. This can get us a land. Okay, we'll keep. Yeah, we need a land. That is a land. Good. Okay, so let's Terramorphic Expanse. Let's get all our colors situated. So we need black. Make a treasure here. Looks like I'm not attacking with this because of the S%. Well, they might let it through. This is also such a greedy card to put in this deck. It's an enchantment deck, but you put an artifact creature. Greedy. Greedy, greedy. I think no matter what, we gotta play Magda here. I mean, it's our only option, but I think no matter what, we had to play it. I was hoping to do 2 tap lands, but I don't think we can afford that. Now, I'm going to attack with Magda next turn. They may not block it. They may not want either of these to die, because one of them will die if they attack with that. Equip 1. See what happens. Make a treasure no matter what. If you want to trade Esper Sentinel, I am 100% on board with that trade. And then, no, that doesn't make much sense. Oop, nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's get the pickaxe down. Gives us a treasure whenever we attack with creature. What does that do? Gets +1, +3. Okay. Through a land, great. So we can play Korvold and sack the axe. Is that good? I don't know. I think this is better. We're not under a ton of pressure. And we get 2 treasures out of this. This doesn't make any sense. We lose 2 treasures to make a treasure, so we will not do that. It'd be nice to be able to Treacherous Blessing before we play Korvold. Because then we could play Korvold and sack the Treacherous Blessing. Get full value out of it. I just realized the opponent only has 2, or I guess they have 3 lands now. But still, they're behind on lands. I wish I had a removal spell to take care of Sithis. Really punish him for that. But alas, I do not. So, do we Treacherous Blessing or Korvold first? If we Treacherous Blessing, we can still play Korvold. No, we can't. No, we can't. No, we can't. That would be next turn. We could play Skullport Merchant and stop the damage from Sithis and get a treasure. And then we still couldn't play. Is this attacks or blocks? Combat damage. Let's do this. Set up for next turn. That is a good draw. That's worth cracking a treasure. What is this? Another gain life. Yeah, we probably gotta get rid of that, unfortunately. So why don't we just do it now? I guess we could kill their commander. Ooh, we could kill their commander. Yeah. If they don't have a land, which it seems like they were behind on lands. Okay, they have a land. But their whole deck revolves around playing this. So that really sets them back. Okay. Enchantments cost one less. We're gonna full send. Oh, we get Curse of Silence then. Yeah, I think we do that to sit this. What is this? Return target permanent you control in his own hands. Exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until. I think we just take care of sit this, honestly. Maybe I should have played Korvold first, but... Okay, now sit this costs 5. We're going to play Korvold and sack the Blessing. Draw a card. Shadow's Verdict is a wonderful draw. That gets rid of everything, including their commander if they replay it. Yeah, they might go for a Banishing Light or some... They're going to have a lot of these types of exile enchantments. It's fine. We still got value off Korvold. We drew into an answer. Okay. So we'll just block the bigger one. This one's going to get exiled anyway. We have to be careful. We don't have a lot of ways of gaining life in this deck. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. We don't have enough. Definitely don't have enough with the ward. We could Shadow's Verdict. It just sucks because I'd like to Shadow's Verdict this. But we're getting to the point where we can start removing this one by one. I think we just Shadow's Verdict, and then what else do we do? We have 2 mana. Maybe we Invasion to get the treasure back. Does that matter? We could sacrifice the pickaxe to Deadly Dispute. That's what we'd do. And we'll pass. We'll do this on their turn. This is also a land, so this might just be a land. They might uptick this. They have a lot of options. It's starting to look scary on their side of the board, not gonna lie. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, tap all lands that player controls and untap all lands you control. Seems good. So we'll get the treasure back. We'll get rid of the pickaxe. It's not doing anything right now. Gotta be careful. Let's just create a treasure. I think we're gonna have to sack the Black Market Connections with Korvold. We need red. We only have 1 red. Well, I guess we have this as red. We need a little bit more green. I think we gotta do this to get rid of the black market, else we're just gonna die. We could take the best card out of their hand. Why don't we just do that? We only got 3 cards in hand. He draws us 2 cards with Korvold as well. Yeah, touch the Spirit Realm. Uh-huh. This is fine, because we can Actually, honestly, both these are fine because the Culling... No, Culling Ritual only hits 2 or less, right? Yeah, 2 or less. So this is the thing we gotta get rid of. Discard 2 cards. What do we get rid of? I think we're way past this point. And I think we're past this point as well. I think everything else is going to help us. Oh. We can't pay 2 life because we'll die. Aghady's Awakening is a card. This is each non-land permanent. So that would also get rid of the Curse of Silence, unfortunately. But we would make a ton of mana. Because it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would pay for itself. I think it's worth it, honestly. Let's attack first. Oh, we can't attack, huh, because of this. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Black, green, 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 I guess, is a Haro. We could Unexpected Windfall. What does this do? Whenever you cast a copy, create a treasure token. Yeah, I think we gotta do that. And then we have 2 mana, which we can't do anything with. Discard a card. I think we're past that stage. I think we play this. They have 1 card in hand that doesn't do anything right now. They have their commander. So now they can start drawing if they have a 2 mana enchantment. Maybe a 3 mana enchantment. Oh, because this reduces casting costs. Resolve. It's supposed to reach an enchantment on the battlefield. Okay, so it's also an 8/8. So I have to block. Right. Well, obviously we're blocking. 1 block, but then we'll crack this for a red, I guess. We'll make it a 9/9. That will die. You're out of mana. Now you have 1 land. Okay. This is the turn where we have to go off or else we're losing this game. We gotta overwhelm them with value. I think we need red. That's the thing we're missing the most on the thing there. Let's get rid of this land. We really don't need it. We'd really like to get a removal spell, if possible. I guess we'll just kill Sithis, right? I mean... We have 2 life, but we're doing it. We're doing the thing. Next. Next. Yeah. In turn. Get rid of you, get rid of you. They have to draw a removal spell for Korvold or it is over. Okay. Woo! Yeah, we had fun. Alright, so again, this is a really hard deck to play against, but if you remove Sithis enough times, their whole draw engine doesn't work. They have to have this. This is their only form of card draw, usually. So if you get rid of this a bunch, then they run out of cards. And if you have enough ways to remove their enchantments, then they end up with a board like this. You know, playing stuff that doesn't... It's good value stuff, but it doesn't matter in the moment. This isn't going to stop them from dying. So they were literally going to have to draw a, enchantment removal of some kind. And then they were still looking at, 5, 6 damage. We could probably just replay Korvold. Yeah, not a good situation for them. We only had 2 life, though. We barely skated by on that. Barely skated by. But you can see how the deck, once you start getting treasures down, you have Korvold out, you can just kind of landslide into Value Town. Thalia and the Gitrog monster. What does this do again? You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Okay. Creatures and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. That's a bummer. Whenever it attacks, sacrifice a land, then draw a card. That's a lot of things. We could ramp into Treacherous Blessing. This is a really risky hand. But we have time against them because they're going to ramp as well. We'll try it. It's the content hand. I'd probably never keep this normally, but it's a content hand. Dark Ritual is just so tempting, Good for them. Proliferate, huh? No, what's this? Oh, it's a fight spell. Not the other one. Oh, good. We drew a land. Okay. So play this tapped. Yep, like I said, their first couple turns are just going to be ramping. So even though our hand isn't great, we have a couple turns to figure it out. I think we do this. Treacherous Blessing, we could do it this turn, but since we drew the land, it doesn't really make sense because we'll draw 3 cards and we'll end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll have to discard 2 of them. So I think the better play this turn is to Agonizing Remorse. Get rid of whatever we think the biggest threat is. Vanishing Verse. Siege Rhino. I forgot that was on Arena. 2010 All-Star. Wedding Announcement has the most value. This is their only removal spell. And it's any permanent, any monocolored permanent. This is ramp too. I think we gotta get rid of this. It's just too much value. It's not the card I want to get rid of, but it's just too much value. I would have liked to get rid of their Vanishing Verse or this guy, which is going to help them ramp. The nice thing, though, is that once we get rid of this, it costs 6 mana, and if we get rid of it again, it costs 8 mana, so we just need to find a way to get rid of it a couple times. This gives us our green, so that's nice. We have all our colors. Did we just play the Jewel Thief, then, and get on the board? I think so. We got a ramp, too. We could also Dark Ritual into Treacherous Blessing off of that. That's tempting, because that's 2 cards out of our hand, and then we have 6, so I think we do it. I think we do it. Feel free to exile it, opponent. Feel free. Okay, so we got 2 lands. We have a removal spell. Is this instant speed? It is. Didn't attack. What's the right play here? What are we going to do this turn? Probably Mortality Spear their commander, right? I mean, that's the play, right? So... Huh? Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. Don't I control 2 or more other lands? Huh? What? What am I missing? Why is that entering tapped? You'll have to explain to me in the comments. My brain cannot fathom why this is entering tapped. Okay, sure. I guess we just ramp then. This is not very useful right now. Why did that enter tapped? Unless you control 2 or more other lands. We definitely control 2 or more other lands. Arena. Did I just get arena'd? I probably look like an idiot. I'm probably just missing something, but what am I missing? That's supposed to enter untapped. That's the whole point of it being in the deck. They don't have enough mana up to do this next turn, so we could do this. I think we just take the hit. We got one click down. Military tower is it? Oh, that's what I'm missing, because Thalia makes them enter tapped. Ow. I was wondering, I was like, I gotta be missing something. I probably sounded like such a dumbass. That's what's happening. Thalia makes them enter tapped. I was so confused. I forgot that's one of the like 6 effects that this card has. Let's just get rid of it. No. What's it take to transform this? 8 mana. Do they have 8 mana? They do. Okay. Weird card to put in this deck. Siege Rhino. Are we gonna die to Siege Rhino? We may. They have lethal on the board. They could Vanishing Verse whatever creature we put down. Man, I think we're gonna die to Siege Rhino. This creates us a treasure, and now all treasures count for 2. We can play this land, which I think we got to. Right? And we'll have 5 mana to play Korvold, so they can only get rid of one thing. We're in such a bad spot. We are in such a bad spot. Do I just play Ragavan? So they don't exile my commander? I don't know. I think we do. Yeah, I think this game's over. Discard a card, sure. We'll have to use this to make sure this doesn't pop. Makes sense. Make a treasure. Resolve. Oh, this has trample too, so we gotta block the rhino. Oh, we die either way. We die either way. Yep. I forgot this had trample. I don't think there was a way out of that for us. We just didn't draw the right cards that game. Man, Wizards, could you stop putting like 18 effects on cards? That'd be really cool. It's hard to keep track of them all. Thalia and the Gitrog monster does like... It does at least 3 or 4 different things. An invasion. Are we playing Prosper? Oh, Value Town. Oh, this deck. I think we need to find removal. Yeah, well, we got removal. We'll keep it. We have all our colors. We don't have double black, though. So we'll have to do this next turn. Or not. Yeah. Draft a card. Frickin' alchemy cards. What am I doing here? I don't know. Sure. Okay. When our thing's out, we're gonna have to kill Prosper. It's too good. Nice. I mean, if I was the opponent, I would take the Mayhem Devil. Unless they specifically have an artifact or enchantment. Oh, I see. I think the Mayhem Devil would stop you. Yep. I can't even be mad. Rakdos is my favorite guild, so you're doing all the things. We'll just do that on their turn. Feel like we have some power. Prosper, yep. We'll crack this in response. Ah, look at us, we got interaction too. What do we need? We need double black, I guess, because of Torment, but I mean, this card is so far away. Okay, black. I mean, they probably have removal, right? But I mean, what else are we gonna do? If they remove this, we're out of the game. If we don't play it, we're out of the game. So, it is what it is. At least we draw a card off this. Mountain, their own Mayhem Devil. Such a good deck. This is another deck I need to make a video on. Okay. Really good for them, but not the worst for us. I don't think they're going to attack into my Korvold, which this means they don't have a removal spell. So we're still in this game somehow. We are still in this game. Oh. We could try to get as much mana as possible for next turn and then Torment. Yeah, I mean, I think that's our only option. Discard a card. I mean, this is so slow. I'd rather have a different card. It's not the worst land I could have drawn. We're definitely not playing that. Okay. This gives us a creature, so why not? Yeah. Should we just get rid of the Valky? I mean, the Valky's kind of a problem. Sure. Yep. 1 damage to my face. Get Mayhem Devil back. Big score. Nice. Okay, alright. Things are happening. Yep. I will definitely cast this. I've never actually done this, so let me read this real quick. Enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, search your library for a land or battle card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Well, Lair the Hydra comes in tapped, so while I would like this to be good, I think we need... But then we don't have a land next turn. You know what? I think this is just so far away, it's not even worth keeping in my hand. I think a land is better than that. I think a land is better than that. Do we need anything in particular? Double red, double black, we need green. Don't we have like a green? Yeah. Okay, and we could play Mayhem Devil and draw... Well, if we crack the treasure, we could draw a card. Okay, I think that was a good turn. I think we stabilized. Sorry, that might have taken a while, but it was not looking good there for a second. Okay, we both get this trigger because we both have Mayhem Devils. So I'm gonna choose your Mayhem Devil. Okay. If your plan is to try to kill my Korvold, unless you have a 5 damage spell in your hand or something like that, I don't think you're going to be able to outrace me. Okay. That's fair. Uh-huh. I don't think the opponent thought that one through. Unless they have a lightning bolt or something like that. Meat Hook Massacre. For 3. Really? They were going to get rid of their own Mayhem Devil? We don't have anything else we can sack. So... this resolves. Take action. Pass. Are you going to attack with your -2? Unfortunate for the opponent, they keep exiling lands, but I'm not going to complain. Yep. This is not a good card to have right now. This is a great card. Now we can finally keep up with them on exile effects. Did I already get rid of the... I did. Dang. Cat Oven is such a good combo. But I guess that's what we'll use this big score on. We'll pass. Can't attack, they can just block it, and they have Death Touch as well. Yeah, great treasure. I should probably just put this card in this deck. Actually, it's probably in this deck. Ooh. That's good. We should definitely play you. I have until this turn, right? At that card still I put it in graveyard and create treasure. So if I don't, I create a treasure. Okay. Ugh. I haven't played a land this turn, right? So I could do both. I don't think they have a removal spell because they had to go through all those antics just to get Korvold to die. Okay. Sure. It's a good question. We can't get rid of... I don't think we should get rid of any of this stuff. And the Replicating Ring is on its way. So I honestly think we get rid of a land. And we have a lot of black, so let's get rid of one of these swamps. Not ideal, but we want to be able to play Zorn this turn. Otherwise we're going to lose it. Oh, let's get double triggers here. Or not double triggers, but let's get a trigger. That's what I mean. Ooh. Oh, do we just do this? We got rid of a black. We should probably get a black back, right? We still have 2 black, 2 red, 2 green. We have mostly black cards in our hand, I guess. And we sacked a black land, so let's get a swamp back. Let's not lose this. This is such a good card for the deck. I would really love to Devour Intellect, but it almost doesn't matter because everything they play from exile is gonna, or everything, they're gonna keep exiling stuff and playing it. So if it's in their hand or it's not, or if it's in their hand, it doesn't really matter. It would be nice to get something out of their hand, but it seems like their hand isn't great right now anyway. Chandra.
Don't think a fancy dress means
1
I didn't
damage.
come here to fight.
Exile the top card of your library.
Who needs a plan? Just improvise.
It was a land, I guess. If it's red, oh, so it wasn't red. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's fine. There's still a flying 8/8 that you gotta do. Baleful Mastery. It's an instant. This is gonna pop soon. This might actually pop. Ooh, ooh. Is it Planeswalker too? No, just each creature. Oh, man. This could also do it. This is good though because this is hexproof right now. This is gonna die next turn unless I have a way to save it, which I do not. I don't have a way to save it. I could do this, attack down the Planeswalker. Is that the best I got? Probably. So we'll do this for 4. Make some treasures too. I love this card. This is good card design. So they're going to let me draw a card. Yeah, take action. All this stuff's going to die. Except for Chandra. Yep. We can get that card out of their hand. Actually, we don't even have to do that because they only have one card in hand. We can Magda. We don't want to lose Magda. And I think we just devour Intellect. Still land. Okay. Well, I had a feeling, but better safe than sorry.
Give a toast? I'd love to.
This is gonna pop. Two or less. Oh, it would destroy the Swiftfoot Boots and the Meathead Masker. What? Oh, come on. We were neck and neck. Why did you give up? That's funny. Maybe they had to go. But I don't feel like we were pulling ahead in any kind of significant way on that last game. I feel like we were really duking it out turn by turn. Well, that's the end of the video. You got to see the deck go off a little bit, but I've definitely had it, really pop off before, where I have like 20 treasures and I'm stacking them all to draw 20 cards and make 20 mana and then play all the stuff that I just drew. So unfortunately, we didn't get to really see that today, but we only played a handful of games. So, go ahead and, here's the deck list. Go ahead and try it out for yourself. Feel free to change any of the cards in here. I mean, really, anything that makes treasures works with Korvold. So if you just pack the deck full of stuff that makes treasures, you're going to be in a good spot. I highly recommend, like, this board wipe that we saw in the end there. It's a board wipe that also makes treasures. If you can get things that do things and make treasures, that's really good. Like, Goldspan Drag is a hasty dragon that also makes treasures and doubles the mana of treasures, right? Or There and Back Again, on Chapter 3 makes a 6/6, but when it dies, it makes 14 treasures. So you can attack with a hasty 6/6 and then sack it to Korvold's attack, later on, or Korvold entering the battlefield, and you make 14 treasures, then you can draw 14 cards and make 14 mana, and that gets really stupid really quick. So yeah, go ahead and give it a try. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one.